Buddy Pod, baby. I'm a buddy, he's a dude.
And I'm a dude and he's a buddy.
Jared Campbell and Danny Martinello coming
going
at
on?
you. We're fucking exhausted,
We
baby.
are. We're back live in action. We did our podcast over in Austin. We had a lot of travel dates there together.
It feels like we haven't really been home. We're back. We're in New York City. We just got back from Atlantic City. We went to Austin. We came back for 2 nights.
Yep.
We went straight to Atlantic City. We'll talk about that, but we did 4 hours of travel today. Then we walked through the pouring fucking rain, and then we had to sit down and do this.
And you know what? I like walking down the rain. I honestly think I enjoy dancing in the rain. I enjoy kissing in the rain. I enjoy walking through the rain because there's something therapeutic about walking through the rain where you're like...
Hides the tears,
but it's also like life is pissing on me and I can still smile through it. And I
That's
think
true.
that's a theme going on right now in 2R.
And for a guy that never really stops smiling, it really adds that level of fucking crazy to it.
Psychoticness.
You don't blink or smile. There's literally raindrops rolling over your open eyes.
Raindrops keep dropping on my head, and I'm smiling inside, even if I am dead. No, I don't know. And it's like, I think it's part of the human process to go through just the environment and weather and just being like, yeah, man, I can take it. And it makes you feel like a fucking action hero,
Oh,
bro.
well, we're connected to the fucking to Mother Nature today, aren't we? Because we dropped our balls in the ocean today into the sweet, sweet ocean, sitting at 52 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't even know what
that is in Celsius because
10 degrees or something. It's cold.
Yeah, but it was
cool.
enjoyable, man. I've never really fully submerged.
Was that
in
your
the
first time in
Atlantic.
salt water?
I was born in salt water in a captivity aqua tank. That's what I was, man. Everybody thinks I came 12 pounds from my mother's womb, but my mother's womb was an aquatic center.
You were, yeah. You had.
I came out, buddy. That's why I'm a lizard. I'm an ocean lizard.
I think you give the vibe of a guy who had a water birth, but they lost you down there for a minute.
Buddy, I
Couldn't find you.
I came out of a pod like Neo. Just
Yeah.
immediately looked at my father and said, "I know karate."
Oh, dude, That
No,
sounds
it was,
fucking real to me.
I've been in fresh water. I've been in salt water.
Those are the big two.
I've been in dirty water, and most of my life I've been in hot water.
Oh, well done, Daniel.
Yeah, thanks, man. I'm actually, dude, a lot.
Let's check in.
Okay.
Let's check in.
Well, I was just gonna say, sometimes you believe in reincarnation, and I've always told myself that I was a Caribbean fish or a Caribbean aquatic creature.
Why Caribbean?
I don't know, man. I like black people. I like the Caribbean. I enjoy their food. I enjoy that kind of energy, that soca vibe. And I think, I don't know, man. Got a hog.
Yeah, you got a hammer in your pants.
I got a hammer in my pants.
All right, congratulations.
No, man, I don't know. I've always felt a kinship to that area, and I like the water. I am a bit of a dolphin. Shaved my chest too, so I'm pretty smooth. Aqua.
You do glide in the water. I've seen it.
I'm aquadynamic.
Aquadynamic.
Like aerodynamic,
you are
but aqua.
Aquaman.
I am Aquaman.
Aquaman,
Imagine
bud.
I just come out of the lake. I am Aquaman.
With a big fucking
big fucking jellyfish on my head, like a fucking
you just got
bonnet.
Zapped.
Yeah,
just took one on the fucking head.
Yeah.
Well,
let's do our check-in.
Yeah, let's check in. You go ahead, dude. You've had a hell of a week, actually.
You know, man, I feel old, dude. Feel old. My check-in was good, dude. I feel like Austin was very fun. Atlantic City was fun. I felt like maybe I've been hovering around a 6.8 to a 7.3. Nothing really too high to say. There's been little bouts of
severe depression.
I wouldn't say severe. I would say
crippling anxiety.
Yeah, it's maybe like indecision.
Fear of what's next.
Fear of the unknown, but we all know that fear is false evidence appearing real.
Mm-hmm. Gary Busey.
Yeah, no, I would say I'm mid right now. I'm excited. I got the girl coming in next week, which is going to be good. Yeah, I just feel like sometimes, man, life is a bit of a battle, and I feel like I was battling it this week, and I'm just sitting around a mid-grade. But besides all things, it was beautiful to go to Atlantic City. It was nice to go to Austin, enjoy that kind of part of America, see some friends succeed, as well as get up on some shows. And, yeah, I don't know, man. Just enjoying life at that part, but there were some shadows creeping in as I'm looking off into the distance, realizing that they are still close. You know, I feel like life is a campfire, dude, and sometimes your camp isn't really too.
Sometimes you're gonna get burned. You sit a little too
man.
close to the fire. She pops.
Yeah, and you feel the fucking specters and the shadows on the outside just creeping and crawling, and you're like, what is beyond the wagons after we've circled them? But generally speaking, yeah, well, you never circled your wagons mentally, bro.
I just feel like we had different experiences camping.
Well, I've never had a wagon. It's a figure of speech.
The specters are coming out of the dark?
Yeah, dude. You don't know? You ever look into the darkness and wonder what's in there?
Every fucking day, Danny.
Yeah, bro.
Every fucking day.
I don't know.
From the moment my feet hit the goddamn floor, I look into the darkness.
I don't know if it's like an optical illusion or whatever, but you know how you have those squigglies when you look around and stuff? And sometimes when you look into the darkness, there's movement, and you're like, there's nothing there, but is
those
there?
aren't squigglies, brother.
I know, they're
those
specters.
aren't squigglies.
They're demons.
Those are, those are
Shaitan's
messengers.
agents.
Yeah, that's right.
A couple Hellboys in the distance there.
I like that this guy just tried to pass himself off as a 7.3 or an 8.
Yeah.
You're cracking, bro.
Woo! No, man. I would say I'm like mid, but there's always
good.
there's always those things, and it's the constant battle of will I win?
Will I win?
But even if I die, at least I fucking go down swinging.
That's right,
But
brother.
yeah, I would say all in all, it's a pretty good time.
Yeah. All right. Fucking, hey, dude. Like, hey, I like that.
Well, I'm being honest with the viewers. You know, sometimes we're all just joking and having a fun time, but sometimes they need to know that it's okay to not be okay.
I feel like we've been
I don't know,
honest about that a lot lately.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. It's I felt. I don't know, man. You look at these things, right? It's like you're like, do you intentionally pick a hard path to succeed, to be who you want to be, or do you look at some kind of things where you go, it could be easy, but do I want it? You know
well, the New York City is inspiring. Like you go to like coming back from Atlantic City, right? And I'm gonna say because it's got Vegas vibes, right? It's got all the casinos there. If Vegas is the devil's playground, as they say, then I think that Atlantic City is the devil's toilet.
Yeah, or
it's his fucking litter box. He just kicks beach sand over a bunch of shit. I mean, it is Vegas with a touch of something else.
Let me tell you, it's a pretty lady, but underneath that mascara, dude, she's got a cloak-caulked eye.
She's got a milky eye, dude.
You're like walking down the boardwalk, and you're like, oh man, that's beautiful. But even the squirrels, bro, were like attacking.
The squirrels were
pigeons.
jacked up. Our buddy Pavone was there. He was watching a squirrel behind me when I was putting on my shoes after the beach, saying it was going for my Achilles. It was twisting its hand, going for my Achilles.
Yeah, man. It was
no,
like when you're like
this motherfucker fed a pigeon a peanut. Which
yeah,
listen, if you've ever seen a pigeon eat a peanut out of a peanut shell, then show yourself, and I'll show you a fucking liar. That's it.
And I tried petting it, but then the squirrel was like, "Back off, bitch!" and then attacked it. But
this is all true, by the way.
It is.
So no, but we'll talk more about Atlantic City, but I'll check in.
Check in.
I'll check in. I think I was doing good for a minute, right? I came out of Austin. Well, okay, so in Austin, we did what we said we were gonna do. We were gonna check out a couple of different gyms. We checked out a couple of cool gyms. While we were there, we got in some good workouts. 2 to be exact. We were away for 6 days. So, around what was it, Sunday? We met up with an old friend of mine, one of my good dear friends from my past, and he happened to be having his bachelor party in Austin the weekend.
Beautiful kismet, man.
We were in Austin. Yeah, the universe said, "Why don't you go and lose all your gains with your buddy?" And so we went and we had a fucking good time. We all partied. It wasn't even anything crazy. We met up, went to like a fucking nightclub, and then he had a booth there. We started drinking, then we went back to their Airbnb. Anyways, whatever. It was a night, and then the next day we were fucked, and then the next day after that we were fucked. So I had a couple days to bounce back. Got back to New York, had a couple workouts again, kind of got back on the horse. I had to do those without you. We'll get there. But so I felt good again. I was like, you know what? It's all about the bounce back, right?
Yep.
It's not about how many times you fall down, Danny.
It's not about how life hits you. It's about how many times can you get hit and keep
back.
coming forward.
So I bounced back, and I felt good about that mentally. Man, once I hit 2 days of being like a sack of shit, everything starts to come back, and I start to feel, my brain starts to say stuff to me. You know what I'm talking about?
The Spectres.
The Spectres, yeah.
The Spectres.
Life is like a campfire. So but I got back in the gym. I was reading my fucking book. I was feeling healthy again, and then just as things were starting to look up, I went to that dirty old Trout Atlantic City, and she caught me sleeping. She caught me on the chin, knocked me back down. But now I'm here, and I'm gonna get back up. I'm gonna say I'm a 7. I'm a 7.
Yeah,
I'm a 7 this week, and I think after a couple good sleeps, a couple good workouts, a couple green meals with some nice red meat, I'm going to bump that up to an 8.5. That's what I'm aiming for this week, an 8.5. I'd love to say 9, but Danny, I haven't seen 9 since I was 9 years old.
Yeah, Lord knows. I like it when you when I tag along in your journeys, because I don't really dip my toes as too deep into the pools of dirtiness as you do. Well, not necessarily the dirtiness, but like
go ahead, you can say it.
Well, you have some drinks, you get going, you were gambling and all that stuff, and I feel like
I let my guard down,
and I feel like you're like Link, and I'm in Zelda Ocarina of Time, and I'm that little fairy that's like kind of following.
There's a
and
reference
I'm like,
for everyone.
Yeah, I'm like, look, listen, look.
It is. Last night at the casino, you were, in fact, that this is what happens, okay? We were out. We did a show. We did a show in Atlantic City last night. That's why we were there. And I think the show went well, right?
Fun.
All
little,
things
little fundraiser.
It was a fundraiser. They're trying to buy some. They're trying to buy some lights for a community center. Nice small town vibe. Nice. Some good Republicans. It was very kind people. It was nice. We ate some good food. I had some drinks, and then we did the show. Show went well, and then after the show, I was wiped because I had actually gone out. This is where I fell off. I fell off in New York City the night before Atlantic City.
Oh yeah.
I went out. I did another couple shows, dude.
Danny. Waiting at home, waiting for you, knowing we had a travel date, and you stumble in at 3 a.m. and I'm sitting there laying in my bed wondering.
Danny, I bombed harder on I did 2 shows on Friday night, the night before we left, and I bombed that first show so fucking bad. Okay, it's been humid as all hell here in New York, right? And when I walk through the humid air,
buddy, you sweat.
When I stop walking, it's waterworks, bro. Like it just like a hose. It turned like one of those fucking Brooklyn fire hydrants, man, that gets cracked open every fucking day, which I still haven't figured out how that's legal or happening.
Buddy, there's a lot of things that go down in this city where you don't know.
I get to the venue. It's hot. I'm power walk. I look at the time. I'm like, God damn, I'm late. I know I'm up third on the lineup. I'm cutting it close, so I'm power walking, and I know at that point I'm fucked. Mm-hmm. Right? I am fucked because I need like 20 minutes to settle down before I get up on that stage. And I get there, I walk into the room hotter than outside. The moment I walk in, guy goes, "You're up in 2 minutes." I'm like, that's not good. So I go outside. I'm just like, the old pinch shirt fucking wave. You're just trying to create some sort of
the only little bit of breeze that you can get in the swamp of a sauna.
Yeah. And then didn't work. So I go back in. I go on stage, and I am fucking drenched, dude. Like I told you this. It was like the way that people were looking at me. It looked like I had just committed a crime.
Yeah,
you ran from it and ran in there to hide, and then just ended up on stage like in that scenario.
You're gonna axe murder someone outside. 100%. And then you come in like you're.
The audience looked at me because the front of my shirt was just soaked, and I was dripping sweat. So I had to just keep wiping sweat. And I'm just looking around, just slowly while I'm trying to, get my footing up there, and I'm just looking at these horrified faces. Like, everybody's just looking at me like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy?
Yeah.
Honestly, it felt, Danny, like I'd been, like if I was just covered in blood. Like I'd walked in covered in blood is how people were looking at me. They're like, something's up here.
Might as well.
You're not supposed to be sweating like that. Like, it was gross, dude. And eventually, like about 5 minutes in, I'm like, okay, they ain't picking up what I'm putting down right now because they think this is all weird and there's a bad vibe in here because I'm leaning in and I'm yelling and I got rude with a couple. I don't know. It was weird. Everything went wrong. And then about 5 minutes in, I'm like, fuck it. And I just stopped fucking even worrying about the sweat and I just let her drip, buddy.
The worst though is
let her fall like rain,
when
baby.
You feel it go down like the arch of your back and then you bend down like this to like kind of collect your thought, and then you see it drip from your nose all the way down and hit the stage, and then you got the small little Superman curl, the Clark Kent that's just chilling, or Elvis
Yeah.
at his 6th song of the night, and he's just fucking.
I think I wish I had
dangling.
worn a hat. Kind of would have helped, like keep that shit in. But
Sounds
it was
like you should have wore 14 towels.
Dude, I might become a towel comic.
Yeah.
I got the fucking nice beach towel over my shoulder, just down
Wiping
my
your
face.
face.
What else? What else? What are we talking about?
Like a nice preacher.
But so that was a horrendous bomb, and then I got on the and I'd already had a couple drinks, right? Because I hadn't been drinking in July, really, right?
No,
So
but August came with a nice little.
So I
Fiery's breath of the drinking.
well, truly
devil.
with that, because I got I went downstairs. All right, and I'm asking some questions. I'm looking around at what they got down there. Now, traditionally, bodegas here they don't sell liquor, right? They just sell beers.
Yep.
We got a 24-hour bodega. You guys know all about it if you've been listening to this.
Bodega culture.
But I go down there and I'm looking at the glass there, and I see a lovely little row of Fireball, right? And this 22-year-old just wakes up inside of me, and I'm like, that looks tasty.
Yeah, a little 10-pack for $10.
Well, that's just it, right? So I go, how much for a Fireball? He goes, well, we actually have a deal here. If you get a whole sleeve.
You buy a whole sleeve.
sleeve.
$10 for
It's
the whole
$10.
thing.
I'm like, you're telling me it's $1 a bullet? It's $1 a bullet?
How
and I had to
much-
do it because Fireball's gnarly, dude. Like, I don't like fuck with that shit anymore, but I had to do it, dude.
Any like
I wanna-
cinnamon,
dude.
cinnamon drink, Goldschlager,
No, you can't.
Fireball,
You
all that
can't.
stuff. It gets
Heartburn, baby.
Yeah, but it lights something up inside
Sure
you.
does.
You know, it's
yeah,
like
your chest.
Yeah, and you feel it, and it's almost like ET when his heart starts glowing. That's the liquor flow.
That's a Fireball.
yeah, and you're going, and you just
Uh-huh.
look at it, and you're like, Elliot must go.
But dude, I want to get it. Like I tell you, I want to take like 10. I want to take 20 of them, and I'm just fucking like glue them onto a
buddy,
belt.
like a bandolier with a pistol.
Wear them like
bro.
Rambo across
Yeah.
my chest, just little fireballs, and then just ripping them off at the bar, biting the cap off.
I had one of those
fucking grenade, dude.
Had one of those. I got it in Mexico when I used to be like a trip chaperoner, and then I found one. It was like had just one sash
What do you
like
mean?
this.
A trip chaperone,
Buddy,
like
I
a
used
tour
to-
guide.
Yeah, no, I used to go down and I worked for S Trip, and I would go down to I would go down to the Bahamas, Mexico, bunch of trips like for grad trips or spring break trips, like college spring break trips or high school grad trips, and then I would just chaperone them. I'd go on like a $6,000 trip for $500. Like they'd pay me.
You guys want to
$500.
get weird for cheap?
Oh no, and dude, I was fucking lighting it up because I was just starting with my comedy, so I was like,
I didn't know this about you.
yeah, dude, I was like the comedy party guy, but then you also had to act like a camp counselor, and there'd be people that were like first time drinking, or like they'd want to like go crazy and shit, and then, but it was at the time where like social media would just started kind of like taking off in an aspect where everybody was videotaping all their
That's
shit.
right around where you had to hang it up.
Well,
You had to hang
it
up
did,
your
man.
fucking.
But it would know like the whole company changed because it used to be like a fucking wild ass party time, and then social media posts and all this stuff started coming on. So you got to see like what the kids were doing, basically, like the 18-year-olds just freshly being able to drink down south, or like the college kids that were fucking lightening it up, dude. And like, there's some greasy shit.
Got
I
a
don't-
freshman doing a bump of cocaine up
Oh,
your
dude,
hard
man.
cock. Hey,
No.
this was cool last year, guys.
No, but they would call it the Vag badge, and then they would always want to fuck the trip counselor, like the trip leaders and stuff, and then you'd have to walk like in teams. You couldn't walk alone. You couldn't do all that stuff, and like there's some savage shit that like went down for sure. But like it was awesome, dude. You'd go to these things, and then they were like, okay, we have 120 students. Like, can you get a pool party going? And I was like, can I get a pool party going? And then
Buddy, all I need is a drop of water and a
yeah, and I would
couple
fucking
red
light it up.
cups.
I'd be doing sets on like the bus all the way there and
Sick.
shit, and like it was deadly, but it was actually one of the funnest times of my life, to be honest.
Doing sets on the bus sounds like a form of hell, but
Oh no, it was great because all these kids were like, "Who is this guy?" And you're just fucking smashing.
Your worst
Oh,
fucking
yeah, dude,
nightmare,
yeah.
dude.
But then there would be kids where it'd be like, and you'd only have one night off, but you'd have to go to the other side of the resort because you couldn't party with those guys, right? And then, but they would secretly follow you and shit. Yeah, man. And yeah,
dude, I don't know. I think you're just flirting right now with just admitting to a serious crime.
Well,
that
let
you've
me tell
gotten
you,
away
it
with.
wasn't serious crime. It was fucking
Seriously good time.
seriously good time. Yeah, man. Put that on a capital. It was almost a tragedy that I
Do the
wasn't
crime,
fucking
you have
there
a good
for so
fucking
long.
time, bro.
Yeah, but it was a good time. But I had one of those, dude, and it was just
You had that?
Yeah, I had the bandolier. It was custom. I still got it at my house in Edmonton. But it was like boom, boom, boom. You have fucking 13 shots like that, and just dummy them.
Damn, dude.
Oh, and it was funny too. There was
the face paint too, like 2 fucking black lines under your eyes.
Oh man, but
right?
it was like this is like a funny story. These kids would disappear because they'd get so fucking drunk, and then you'd be like, "Where are they?" Right? Because you had to do a head count, and you'd be like, "I haven't seen this kid all day. Like, what's up?" And then I remember this one guy left, and then we couldn't find him. All this, and I was like, "Whatever. This is like, like if this kid's gone, he's gone. He's gone." And then he came back later that night, and he got, it was during when Rack City came out, that Rack City bitch. He got a naked chick holding a royal flush, full back piece, like on his fucking back, and it just said Rack City, bitch. And we were all like, looked at him, and he's like, yeah, man, I spent $500 on this. I was gone all day because he was like 8 hours in the chair. He got a full fucking back tattoo.
Great choice.
Dude, it was so funny. And
Very nice.
We're like, man, you're insane.
And what do we think he's up to now?
I don't know. He's probably some like oil worker.
Gotta be, right?
Yeah, he's probably
pulling down that patch money.
Yeah, he's probably making a good living, looking in the mirror, being like, yeah, man, Cancun 2012 is fucking sick.
Oh, he tells the story all the time. And it gets sadder and sadder every time. Every time he tells the story, he adds another like flair to it, and his hairline has fucked off one more inch.
Yeah, but then every year the girl's face on the back of his tattoo starts drooping.
She
more
starts
and more.
looking like hell.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But
he's working on the rig, right? So he's on trend too. So he's got fucking back acne from fucking
she has
steroids.
Face acne from his fucking. Looks like she just got a heater on her forehead, but really that's just from his trend. Yeah, it was a tattoo, eh? Everyone's got a stupid one. Too bad mine takes up my whole back.
You want to see something sick? And then everyone goes, oh, what the fuck, dude?
The lady on her back looks like she's 84 because her tits just drooping because his lat's a little fucking gelatinous.
Isn't that funny, dude? If you get a face tattooed on your body, truly that tattoo ages with your body.
Yeah,
right?
100%.
No doubt.
Hopefully
and it decays with your body when you die.
Yeah, 6 years in, it's looking like Forrest Whitaker, just half droopy. And you're like, oh my God, the woman on your back appears to have a stroke.
Yeah, no, I just haven't taken care of myself in a while.
Yeah, but
that's sick though, dude. I didn't even know you did that.
Yeah, man, there's a lot of things. I'm more than meets the eye, bro.
Well, yeah. Oh shit.
Maybe if you care to ask me a couple questions about my history instead of just looking at me going,
Danny, I can't, dude. I can't. The thought of digging deeper with you while we're not like doing this.
Not only am I a well of knowledge, bro, I'm a well of like fucking insight and good times.
Yeah, well, I mean, all just saying that all together.
There's a dog barking. You're like, oh my God, what's that? What's that? Is the boy trapped in the well? And you look in the well. It's just me going, fucking deadly.
Yeah, just you with 2 40s taped to your hand. I can't get out with these 40s on my hands.
All you hear is clink, 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 clink. The malt liquor will set me free.
Take them off, dude. Those aren't the rules.
They have to be finished, but I just can't drink anymore. I'm all fucked up as it is, man.
Oh, bro.
But yeah, I don't know, man. That was a good deal that you got.
I'll make an effort to ask you more questions.
Thanks. I just want you to try.
Oh, well.
Just want you to try.
Well, here's the thing. When I do ask you a question, 90% of the time, this is how it goes. I'm going to do exactly how it goes. Why don't you ask me something? Ask me something.
Hey, Danny, what do we got planned on the docket today?
1, 2, 3, 4. What? That is 90% of the fucking time I talk to you. It's infuriating.
Dude,
and I used to when I first moved in with you. I would fucking ask you something all the time, and then I would get the fucking 9 Mississippis way, and then I would always ask again. You go, huh? And I would ask again. And now what it is here is me. I ask you a question, you go what, and then I don't ever repeat it, and you don't ever ask what was that you were asking.
No,
that's the end of it.
I do, and then you go 7 minutes ago.
And then sometimes something you'll do is that you'll just bring something up that had happened 45 minutes ago or a half an hour ago with just this non sequitur. You always go, no, but it is crazy though, right? How when you see somebody barfing into a garbage can, you're like, bro, the smell of the can's making you barf more. And I'm like, what? And you're like, well, no, you were just saying that you need to take out the garbage. I'm like, what the fuck was that, dude?
I'm notorious for that, but I listen. I know what's going on.
Yeah.
I just want to see
Notorious P.I.G.
Yeah, notorious pig just walking around here.
What?
Oh, dude. Speaking of garbage, we still have a friend here, Fink, the rat or the mouse. We don't know.
Oh, no.
We don't know. It still seems to elude us. But here's what I've noticed, Dan. This is what I wanted to bring up to you. is that I've noticed that you and we've had actually some unopened like mouse traps or whatever out on the counter for about a week now, right? And we keep talking every day. We go, dude, we got to set these traps.
I just can't kill him.
That's what I want to say, dude. So every day we're like, hey, we gotta get rid of Fink. We gotta get rid of Fink, right? He's like, he's fucking things out. He's in there. I can hear him every day. You're like, dude, I heard him. Like if I leave, you're like, I heard him. And every time you open it, Fink's gone.
Yeah,
Fink's gone. But I've noticed that either of us can get ourselves to set the traps. And I think therein really lies the sadness that we're experiencing at this place. We're like, why kill the one thing that visits us?
Yeah, but it's like funny.
He's also like trapped in there. We have never, Fink has never escaped.
It's like we have a hostage or whatever, and we're like, I don't know, man. We gotta kill him. We gotta kill him. He's seen too much. He knows too much.
Oh, you think we gotten close with him? Like reverse, what's that called?
Reverse Stockholm?
Yeah.
Hey, well, buddy, this guy's stalking our home right now.
He
just wondering
is.
but like that's the thing. I don't think he's a rat, dude. I think he's
I think he's a mouse. Yeah, but if we keep feeding him fucking food scraps, he's gonna grow into a rat.
Well, he needs it. He's a growing boy.
We don't even know if he is a boy.
I think though that we do have to just bite the bullet and dig deep inside of us
and just wait in the dark and hit him with a hammer.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I'll sit under there with
if
a flashlight.
If we're gonna do it, dude, if we're gonna do it, let's fucking do it.
Yeah, I just...
Did we both just pause and picture that for a moment? Be like, ugh, I don't like that. I don't like that. Nope.
Just the mouse sitting there like this, and I'm like, come on, you dirty
No,
rat,
I mean, that's how you kill a rat, right? You cover it in saran wrap, and then you smack it with a mallet.
Yeah, you come in one day, I got the whole place tie-vacked, and you're like...
Shut the door!
You're like, what's going on? I'm going to fucking kill him today. I'm in a painter's suit, like I'm, what's his face?
You got your tequila bottles across your chest. Like, Danny, how long you been awake?
I've gotten into 6 of the fireballs, and I'm all ready to rock.
God damn.
But yeah, I don't know, man. I think that's like he's got to go, but at the same time, like, what is he doing? He's just
what is Fink really doing? He gets in there.
Much.
We leave him a little chicken bone here and there.
Bone here and there. He's getting a little marinara on his mouth. And the thing is, bro, it's like
good buddy or bad dude.
He's a good buddy.
I think he's a good buddy.
He's wrong place at the wrong time, and that's the thing too, where it's just like, man, like with spiders, that's the thing where you're just like, this thing's got to go, and you got to kill it, but it's also helping you, and like,
well, spiders eat the bugs. Fink just eats our stuff.
But he's also like, what happens if he's got like 3 other like mouse kids, and he's
we don't know that he might do that. But
what happens if his wife's got a bit of a disability? She can't go out and scavenge, and then Fink's like, yo, I found this hole, and I got here. He's got 3 little mousettes, so that's little children mice, and then he's coming back, and
I feel like you are think Fink has a briefcase and wears a tie.
Dude, you ever seen that well, yeah, you seen
Ratatouille?
Well, no, you got to see a book to read it, but like it's you ever read that book From Something to Nothing, and it's about the little mice that lives in the underneath the cobbler's cracks.
Have you read that book?
Yeah, dude, it was a good childhood book. I love it. From Something to Nothing, and that's what taught me a little about improv.
Also, picture to word ratios.
It's fucking prime, dude.
Yeah.
That's why I say you got to see
4 big bold words per
you
page.
See a
nice
book
colorful
to read it. But then the scarf. So the cobbler's cutting off all the leathers, and he's a tailor. His wife's a seamstress, right? And then all the little things are falling down, the excess scraps of the garments and our shoes, and they're falling through the cracks of the floorboards. And all these little mouse families are making little houses and little like dishcloths, clothing. You get a little baby beautiful girl mouse, nice dress and stuff, and it's how you make something from nothing. So I think Fink is he's making something from nothing, bro. And I don't want to kill that. I don't want to ruin that for that, because you don't know. One small ripple in a lake is a big drop in a bucket of life.
You okay, bro?
I just don't want to kill him, bro.
Are you okay, dude?
Don't make me kill him. Don't make me kill him, bro. I don't want to fucking...
You're going to watch me pop his fucking head off like a dandelion. You got some growing up to do, boy.
Dude, and then the mouse...
Oh, yeah.
He's there like this. Fucking...
Maybe that's the problem. You've been floating around, sitting at an 8 for too long. Let's bring you down for a minute. I want to see you hit a fucking 2 when I take Fink out of your fucking life.
Yeah, I guess. Hey, let me think about it.
Oh, Fink hard, buddy. Fink hard, because it's coming.
I don't know. Hey, whatever, man.
Nah, he's cool, dude. Fink cool. Fink cool. We like Fink.
Yeah, but
Fink gotta go. Fink gotta go, but we like Fink.
We do, and he's gotta go, and it's whatever. But at the same time, what can you do, man? I just don't want to, like,
told you,
buddy. Like, that's the thing. when I was crippled, laid up, because I pulled out my back.
Oh, Danny, tell them about that. Tell them about how you're just getting younger and younger.
Buddy, this is, man, everybody tells you 30s is great, but then they don't tell you that your body falls apart. Dude, I got off this couch.
They do tell you that.
Yeah, I got off this couch when I went to...
it was, okay, hold on. It was on the tail end. It was right after we got back from this bachelor
Austin.
Experience in Austin where we'd partied and we were kind of drained.
But I don't really think it was that, man. I think it was just like this couch or whatever. It's a $200 Amazon special. But
you don't think it's like your biological clock?
Well, that too, but I'm also crammed up like a sardine on that plane. I got
Well, tell them what happened.
Well, we take a flight, and that's the thing where it's just like, I don't know, man. Like, everybody's got their own bodies, their shapes and sizes and shit.
That's a
but
beautiful
it's like,
thing.
if you're gonna come into, and like, don't get me wrong, I'm a bit of a big guy too, right? When people sit next to me on the train, I gotta fucking shrink my neck and everything. But got this schleb of a human being sitting next to me, taking over, bleeding into the middle seat. You're all clocked up on the side, and we had about a 6-hour flight that was only supposed to be 3 because to sit on the tarmac for an hour and a half, and then all this other bullshit. But then I come back, and then I sit on the couch, and then I'm like, oh, nice, okay, let me get up and throw something out. And as soon as I get up, my back just seizes
Just
up.
went, I heard it go.
Yeah, I just went, oh, and then I'm crippled, dude, for like 2 days. I laid out on my back, put Tiger Balm on, and while you were out running around gallivanting, doing shows, and I'm all laid up on my back like a...
It was a dream come true for
Cripple.
you. You finally had an excuse not to get up for 2 days.
Yeah, but then Fink, he was there.
He was fucking
He
around.
was there, man.
You're holed up.
Yeah, he was visiting me.
Yeah, so your back got blown.
Back got
blown out.
broken.
Blown out. Had
And
to
it's
miss
like-
the gym.
Yeah, I missed the gym, but then it's just like, okay, I'm gonna go do a show, and then you go do a show, but then it's like I can't even act out or get excited, or like once I go into a bit, or like the muse comes and hits me, and then I got a riff, and then I'm like, and I'm all fucking janked up, and people are like, what is this guy doing? You know, I can't even that's how much.
And it's funny because your comedy doesn't work as like a stool
No,
comic,
dude,
right?
I can't be a
because you got to
stand-
move around
yeah.
and do act outs. Because like usually when somebody sits down on a stool when they're doing comedy, my first thought is always this better be fucking interesting, right?
Well,
but if
and
they,
it's like you got to earn the stool, dude.
yeah,
That's
you
the
can't
thing.
you can't sit down on the
just-
stool and be like, you guys been fucking finger blasting somebody
Yeah.
in your buddy's garage,
But
and your
not
dad
even-
comes home.
Even
And,
like it's just like, okay, you're gonna go you're on like a 7-minute set.
You don't
and
wanna
You're gonna
do
sit
that.
down for 7 minutes the whole time. It's like you haven't earned it.
dude,
You
the
haven't
only
wor-
time you're ever going to be on a stool is when you're taking a step up to wrap that rope around your neck because you
Yeah.
ran out of money in
No.
about
What am I gonna
I don't know 2 months from now.
No,
I gotta go back to Alberta and sell my car.
That's true. You're doing that.
well, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do, and then I'm gonna see what happens, and then dude buddies might move to Austin. You never know.
Well, you should. I'm not.
Never know.
Austin's a
Never
cool
know.
place, man. I mean, I like Austin, but I don't see myself living in Austin.
Well, you never know. You get that nice little Rogan bump like our buddy Ari, and you pay half the price for fucking
Rogaine, probably before Rogan.
Yeah.
Rogaine
I need
before
fucking
Rogan.
Baxton before Rogan.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was bullshit, dude. I hate like being old and just like sucking because you used to be like a peak performance athlete. Now
But
you're
that
just a
doesn't
fucking-
translate to everybody. How about that guy, the shooter at the Olympic, the guy that won the shooting competition?
Born natural.
Yeah, how old's that guy?
You guys in his 40s.
Fucking A. Did you guys... Okay, well, set it up.
Set it up. There was an Olympic athlete, a Turkish shooter in the shooting. Everybody's looking like
So,
a
at wh-
cyberpunk. Got all their glasses and all
Like
their
they
shit.
use all this extra equipment, right?
Yeah.
What do they use? They have
They got a lens to reflect glare. They got fucking hand things. They got
they're
basically-
Terminator.
Yeah, dude, they're hooked up like RoboCop in these
Yeah.
expeditions to shoot whatever they can, and then you got some.
This guy steps up.
He steps in, hand in his pocket, wearing nothing but his normal glasses, and then he snipe and comes second. And then they asked him, they go, "Why didn't you use all the equipment?" He goes, "I don't need the equipment. I'm a born natural."
Fucking awesome.
That's how you do it.
Good buddy.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That was so cool, man. And yeah, that guy. Anyway, that guy.
That guy's probably
peak
the best for
performance.
the Olympics. I think.
Dude, that is the most badass thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
He looked like he was on his way to fucking Chipotle.
He looked
And
like
just pulled off
the professional, that guy Leon, the
a
professional.
little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had professional vibes for sure. And I mean, all jokes aside, when that guy, not only the way that he did it, but then in how like just like cold and where is he from? Turkish?
He's from Turkey.
How is he was just so like blunt and like no frills on it, just straight up like I don't need that shit.
Yeah,
This is how I
100%.
shoot. That guy is that guy if he wanted to be is a prop.
Yeah, and I like
The
it how
man's
all
an
the
assassin.
Americans were like tripping because they're like, "We didn't even win a shooting competition. That's fucking bullshit." And you're like, "Yeah, of course you didn't, because your best shooters are out there shooting fucking terrorists." They're not going to the
Yeah.
Olympics. You know what I mean?
Tell you where they're not. Sitting on a roof at a Trump rally.
Yeah.
You send that guy to the games.
Yeah. He's gonna miss by a mile.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. The Olympics have been like pretty crazy. I enjoy like all.
How much time do we have left in the Olympics? Because they just did the 100-meter today.
did the 100-meter. I think at the end of this week. I think the Olympics is like 2 weeks.
Is that it?
I don't know. Let's look it up. Jamie, can you pull that up?
Yeah. The Chinese are on top.
Chinese are ripping
The
it.
Chinese are on top.
Because they know, like,
They're
if
tired,
they don't
sick
come
and
back
tired.
with any medals, then it's like they're gonna be sitting in a trash can for their whole life. That's what they're gonna do. They move from a nice house to a
It's
fucking
cool though.
shipping container.
It is nice that they have these nice backdrops and everything for the Olympics. Because the last few years, you'd literally have guys at a nuclear power plant doing backflips on a snowboard. Holy shit,
That's
dude.
what it is. Just sitting there. But it's like you look at all of it, and like Australia's cleaning up. I didn't know though, dude, how insane the Koreans are at fencing. While I was laid up there, I watched a lot of the fencing. Yeah, they fucking cleaned up cake, and then they also cleaned up cake in the archery too.
Koreans are great.
Oh yeah, man.
Big Korean fan.
Koreans are my
Korean
top.
barbecue.
Koreans are probably my top favorite Asians.
Oh, go ahead, list them off.
Your top 3?
Yeah, sure.
Koreans,
Yeah.
South, obviously, North.
Japan's got to be in there.
Japan is.
100%.
Japan, it goes Koreans, Japanese, and then like Vietnamese or Thais, but then Filipinos are pretty sick too. I guess top 5 Asians would be.
Sounds like the list of Asians you don't like is shorter.
I like all Asians.
I floated one right over the plate, and you swung late, but you got a bat on it.
Yeah.
You got a bat on it.
No, it has to be Koreans, Japanese, Vietnamese, Thai, and Filipinos. Those are my top Asians, bro.
You heard it here, man.
Yeah, and I like it too, where it's just like and then everyone's like, why are Japanese, like obviously samurais and like ninjas and like all that kind of cool stuff too, and like I don't know, Japan was fucking sick. I think Japanese culture is pretty deadly. Food is awesome. Food's awesome, and like I don't know,
technology,
and I think they're like really respectful people.
Well, it's all about honor.
Oh yeah, exactly.
At the end of the
There's
day,
a couple other
something
Asians
you could
that
fucking
aren't really
learn around this house.
Oh hey, listen now, that was pretty disrespectful. You brought dishonor to yourself. I think.
Oh no! Turn it around on me?
Yeah, 100%. That's
whatever. No, it is fucking cool.
I want to try getting out of that.
Danny,
what? What?
I gotta take a step back here. I wanted to say one more thing about Atlantic City.
Yeah, tell us.
Because we were on the casino floor last night, weren't we?
We are playing a little bit of.
Well, I wanted to first go home, and then I got sucked into having a big cigar with Richie Redding. And then we smoked a cigar, and then what happened, Danny? I got a couple more drinks. And then I wouldn't let you go to bed. You kept wanting to go to bed. I'm like, I'll buy you a beer. I bought you beers.
And one, yeah.
And I realized, right, because you didn't, there's actually a good reason why you know when to say when.
I know when to say when, buddy. Know your limits, stay within it.
And how do you know that?
Because, man, I got gamblers in my family. Mom loves gambling. Brother loves gambling. I guess my second cousin loved gambling, lost the house and stuff. Not part of the family, though. He's part of just some...
Lost the family,
did.
Yeah.
I can't remember his names and stuff, but...
So it's rich in your family.
Well, it is, though, but it's also like, you're like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, sure, the thrill is rush, but, I've seen some money go down,
Now,
dude.
does your mom, like, is she just in there, is she kind of like, hitting the slots, maybe going back to the ATM, or did she at any point in your life, I don't know, remortgage the house?
No, house was always good. I guess, I don't know, you could say that one of the darkest time was I was just left at soccer practice for several hours in the pouring rain while she was gambling. That was a pretty traumatic experience. Watching everybody go, where's your mom? I'm like, I don't know. And then they're like, well, we can't wait anymore because it's already been an hour and a half when we got dinner. And then I had to hide under a tree in lightning.
Down $15K while you're fucking almost getting zapped.
But at the end of the day, Mary made her money, and Mary can spend it the way she wants.
We love Mary.
That was a dark time in our history of the Martinellos there in the early 2000s. And we got through it.
You really haven't unpacked this yet. Oh, dude, it's right there.
Got through it. But what can you do, though? You know what I mean? Sometimes, listen, we're all individual people, and as they grow old, you realize who they are. And I don't know, man. What can you do, right? can you do? Some people like spending their money on drugs. Some people like spending their money at casinos. Some people like spending their money on booze. We all got our things here, and Mary just fucking likes sitting out of ELT. But the crazy thing is, though, now she doesn't really gamble. She watches people gamble on YouTube, which is I think that's like
that works.
Yeah, but it's also like you used to do crack, and then now you're watching people on YouTube smoke crack.
Great,
and you're like,
that's a good outlet.
Yeah,
it's a good outlet.
Yeah, I guess. But I don't know.
It's like if you don't fight anymore, but you watch fight videos.
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
I don't really drink that much either, but I watch people like take shots and like ask them how it is and stuff.
You do. I've noticed that about a lot of, and specifically alcoholics I know that are in the program. They like to buy you a drink and watch you drink.
Oh
it.
yeah.
Yeah,
get it in you.
Secondhand.
Yeah, if it's not going in me, it's going in you.
I went on tour in Alberta actually
no
a
matter
couple
what,
years
liquor
ago,
must flow, bro.
and Marito Antonio Lopez Duran Jr. was with me, and that guy would buy me about. At one point, I started doing it for the joke. So I was like, okay, I'll do it because he's asking me to. And it just became a thing on the tour. But by the end of the tour, it was like 3 weeks. And by the end of it, I was like, my insides were on my outside. Like, it wasn't good. And he was buying me picklebacks every fucking night. And he would make me, and he would just walk up to me with the pickleback. And you hand a man a pickleback in front of another group of men, the man must do the pickleback or else all of a sudden
but
the
it's
whole
always
chain.
like fun too. I think it was like, picklebacks. And then that's like the gimmick too.
I had a pickleback this week for the first time since that tour, I think.
When'd you have a pickleback?
At the bar the other night with the comics. Asked me if I liked it.
Did you like it?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, there's something about it. I think picklebacks are like. I always thought that was like a Saskatchewan drink.
No, yeah, it feels that way. Just straight up, it feels like something somebody made up in their garage. But anyways, but you're right. Okay, so you tried to get me off the casino floor. We eventually did. I eventually shut it down, which was good. And I always find, though, it's cool. So being on the road this week, we went from Austin, then went to dirty Atlantic City.
Because you like looked at me and you're like, oh, should I keep going? I said, Jared, it's either one or two things, bro. We leave, cash out and go, or take everything and fucking
I was about to hammer black. I was gonna hammer black. But then I thought better of it, and I went upstairs. But I took out a bunch of money. Thank God I only lost a tiny little bit of it, and I actually walked out nice and pretty good. And then this morning we went for a nice polar dip in the Atlantic Ocean. We got the stink of that fucking town off of us. It's a one-night town. Vegas is a 3-night town. Atlantic City's a 1-night town.
I would give Atlantic City a weekend.
The contrast, because now New York City does feel like home, right? And so when we get back to New York City, it feels good. But I love I love New York because as soon as you get down here, like you're coming from this like kind of this beach town that's kind of run down. Its prime was in the fucking 80s, right? Actually, fucking in the 60s. But then you get down here when it was mobbed up. But then when you get back to New York, you know, you get off the path, the train from Jersey here to New York, and you walk out, and you're like, oh fuck, it's just this town, right? Because you see the skyscrapers, and you see the lovely architecture, and just the pulse of the city, and then you look over, and there's just architecture.
What was that?
Architecture. You see
Doesn't feel good, does it?
No, I didn't like that. I didn't like that.
Well, I like how I slipped Tragedy past you. You didn't pick that
Tragedy?
up. Tragedy.
Did you?
Yeah.
I'm slipping, bro.
You are.
I'm tired.
You're within.
I'm tired. But what I want to say is we get here because it does feel like home, and I get off and you see the buildings and you see just the atmosphere and the vibe, and then you look over and it's just a guy with scabbed knees coughing blood into his hand.
Yeah,
you're like, New York.
Yeah.
New York.
Yeah, and it's like I think the homeless here are a really special breed, dude.
If you leave them alone, they leave you alone.
Yeah. Once you
something,
come in
say
their
nothing.
orbit, then they're like...
If you come in within 2 feet, that's your problem.
Yeah. It's like
you
a
did
little
that.
trap spider that comes out.
It is.
And pulls you in. You're like, whoa. And they're like, hey, got $1.
Did I tell you I saw two? It's getting bad here, dude. We're always talking about how we can't afford this city. I did see two homeless men sharing one hat on the subway for money.
That was actually just that was a team of breakdancers.
That was a joint savings account.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It was a joint savings account, checkings, actually.
Yeah. It was a check yourself and save yourself.
Yeah. Joint.
Yeah, but anyways, all right. Well, let's get out, dude. We gotta fucking
get out of here.
We gotta shut her down tonight. I gotta chill out. I gotta eat some food. I gotta lay back.
We'll chop it up for these guys. So it's on Monday. Have a good time.
We'll get her out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna set my intentions here real quick. This week I'm gonna go back to what I was doing before we went on the road a bunch here. I just want to get back to the same shit as every week. Gym every day. I'm gonna quit vape. Haven't.
No, you've been hauling on that. Like fucking
Well, somebody left one
Olympic
behind at the
athlete to a
Airbnb. The other
Gatorade
one
bottle.
died, and then this other one just found its way to me. They just keep falling in my lap. By the grace of God, they keep falling in my lap.
Must we say?
I got sent this book by a good friend,
This
Brian
book,
Bannon.
a good buddy of ours here. Easy ways to quit smoking without willpower. Keyword willpower, because you have none.
It is a bit of an insult when someone sends you something that says without willpower on
Yep.
it, as though I don't have any of that. And I have to totally fucking agree. So we'll get into that. I got to finish The Firm right now. The Firm by
Take a
John
firm
Grisham.
stance on quitting vaping.
Yeah, no kidding. So I intend to finish that book that I'm reading right now, and then I'm going to start that book. I'm going to start the whole fucking process of quitting. I want to go to the gym every single day this week because we've missed enough now.
Yep.
So
easy.
I'm going to clean up the diet. I'm going to eat something. I might eat a plate of Chinese food tonight. I want to get some pizza, but I don't know. We'll see.
Rock bottom it.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go out. I might eat ice cream. I
it.
might eat a pint of ice cream.
I ate a pint of ice cream while I was laid up on my back. They're just seized up.
Yeah, you had a little problem with it too, didn't you?
Yeah, I got chocolate all over my bed. It looks like a shit on it, but I'm gonna wash it all tomorrow before my girl gets here.
So I'm going to clean up my diet. I'm going to go to the gym every day. I'm going to finish that book. I'm going to take a little time each and every day to work on writing. Write stand up. I want to get out. I want to check out some new rooms here in New York. Start, like I said, being just a fucking barnacle. Gotta get the paint scraper out to get me off your show. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I'm just gonna be around. I'm gonna show face, and I'm gonna bump myself up to an 8 out of 10, Danny.
Good. God bless you.
Yeah. Don't fucking step on my toes.
Hey, don't worry about me, buddy. I'll be flying high in a 10 all week.
All right.
So I got a 10 coming in.
Oh, you do.
Got a 10. My intentions are my beautiful girlfriend comes in to visit for the very first time. I'm going to show her how much of a good city this is. Going to go to a Yankees-Angels game. Going to go take a nice little ferry ride to the beach. Show her that big old dirty slut Liberty there, that French hooer.
Ah, the big green whore.
Yeah, and then I'm just going to enjoy the presence of a beautiful woman here inside this room, as well as nice, lovely time. I got some pretty big shows coming up. We got the Comedians You Should Know on Saturday, so that's going to be super fun. Got a couple shows at Old Man Hustle. As well as, before she comes, we're going to go hang out at the stand for a little bit. And
maybe catch a movie tomorrow.
we're going to catch a movie here.
Maybe go see Twisters.
We're A-listers.
We're A-listers.
We're
We got our movie
A-listers. We
pass.
go to a
Got to
movie
use
when
it, baby.
we want, where we want, how we
Got to
want.
use it. God damn. I mean, we're still eating free food from the church, but you better believe we're going to the movies.
Yeah, save on the split pea soup so we can spend $25 a month on AMC's A-listers. If you don't have it, you can get large popcorn and large pop for the price of a medium, as well as you can skip the line, go to the A-listers line, and get quicker access to the concession, as well as you can watch a movie, 3 movies in 1 week, any kind, IMAX, D-Box, laser, 3D, anything. You can do it, buddy. Being an A-lister is the fucking
How
sickest.
did it feel doing that, cutting that whole promo for nothing?
I felt good. You want to eat rice, buddy? I'll do a fucking bag of rice promo.
Well, listen, bro.
So
that's
my
good. So you're going to be at fucking 10 at the end of this week.
I'm going to be having a 10 because I'm going to be putting a 9 and a 10.
I'm going to try to be an 8, so fucking 18 together. Okay, man. That's
what we're
good.
gonna do.
Let's get after it. Everybody get after it.
Everybody get after
Keep
it.
subscribing.
Keep subscribing.
Tell your
Thank you to the
friends.
people that are watching on YouTube, sharing our shit, as
And the
well
listeners
as
on
thank you to the
Spotify.
listeners on Spotify. I don't know what you're doing while you're listening to it, but I hope you're wearing your earlobes.
Oh,
licking
no,
it. You're
dude.
licking.
There it is. And you were on a roll, and you were saying everything fine.
What?
You just you said you hope they're wearing their earlobes.
No, I didn't. I hope I said. I hope.
I hope what I say was.
I said what I
I
said.
said.
Listen,
Sit
if
on
you're
you.
listening on Spotify, iTunes, whatever you're listening, I hope we're tickling your tantarum, buddy, with our nice
There it
little kisses. I hope you're laughing. I hope you're sharing. Please tell everybody about us, and more importantly, God bless you.
And God
Bless
bless America.
America.
Till next time.
See you later, Gators.